Live, 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 live. And we are live, 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 live. Live. All right, we're live.
Morning.
There's nobody there yet, though, Henry. We are live. Disclaimer. Don't follow our trades, man. Do not follow our trades because it can get you in a lot of trouble. Come up with your own trade ideas. Even if they're bad ideas. Red to green. Right now, we're watching INO. Let's look at the price action from yesterday, too. This piece of shit. We got virus news. The red to green on this play is $7.45. Right here, it should bounce. Right here, off this 750 area.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to bounce.
Yeah, I don't think it's just people that are selling that couldn't sell until 8 o'clock this morning.
All right, first and foremost, I think I want to apologize about. I've been trying to be consistent about doing the live stream on Fridays, and I was not. We didn't do the live stream on Friday. I took the day off of trading. I did not trade Friday. Thank God February's over. And the reason why I didn't trade on Friday is because I took the biggest loss of 2019 and 2020. I hadn't had a loss that big since 2018. Since like the summer of 2018. Late summer of 2018. I hadn't had a loss that big. I took a $17,000 loss. Not quite 17, like 16,000 on last Thursday. And it was actually very similar to this INO setup right here. It got away from me. And so I took the day off on Friday to reset myself. And I didn't trade, didn't do the live stream. I was pretty pissed at myself. In fact, I was very, very, I wasn't even going to tell, I didn't want to even tell anybody about this loss at all. Of course, I look like a fucking idiot. But, you know, important lessons were learned that day. The setup was kind of an Achilles heel for me. Something that the last time I had a huge, massive loss was the exact same setup. And I've had some other smaller losses that were the same setup. And we'll go into more detail about that here in a little while. So that's why we didn't do the live stream. But I'm not glad it happened, but it was a good reminder. Cause I was really embarrassed to tell my wife about why, because I was real quiet and I wasn't gonna tell her, and I was trying not to show a lot of emotion. But she was like, "Did you take a big loss in the market?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. I'm a fucking idiot." It's like, why? It's like why do I have to keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over? Why? The reason why is because sometimes it fucking works. That's why. But when you risk disaster, there's always that chance that can happen. There's that outlier. And I fucked myself pretty hard. But I don't think I'm gonna I'm gonna sit here and say that I'm never gonna do it again. And I'm really saying this time I'm never going to do it again. But I really believe I'm never going to do it again. But you never fucking know, man.
There it's bouncing back.
All right, so let's just talk about INO. INO, they put out coronavirus news yesterday. It's squeezed into the close. Henry, actually, you bought it. What price yesterday? $5?
$5.90.
He bought it at $5.90. You sold at what price?
Right at basically the market close at $7.50, because I thought it was going to tank after the market closed, but I was wrong.
I missed this, and I missed that entire move. I actually bought it on this little dip on the pullback. I got long at, actually I didn't, it pulled back, and then when it started squeezing up, I got long at $7.40, and I bought it after hours. So on the pullback, it dumped at the market close, after the market close, and then on this, when it started going back up, I bought at 740. It squeezed up all the way up to 9. I sold half of it right here. I think I sold it at like 8, right there near this area. Sold half of it there, and then I held the rest of the half overnight, and then I was up super early this morning, and when it couldn't, it kind of got stuffed, and then it pulled back, and then it ramped up, and then when it couldn't really keep going, it couldn't keep making new highs, and it started making lower highs, and it started going sideways. It started kind of falling over. I did 2 things. A, I got short at $9.21, and B, I sold my long at $9.05 or 8 cents, one of the two. I sold in the low 9s, and then now it's been taking a big giant shit. And then I did, so now I'm boxed in. I actually went long again at $8. I bought into this dip right there. Now the red to green on this move is 745, so you could say 750. That's the red to green right there, and it bounced off that level pretty decisively. So now I'm boxed in. I'm short from 921, long from 8. I'm gonna risk red to green on it. I'm gonna risk 750, and then obviously my risk will be high day for the short, which I probably, if it's squeezing towards high day, I mean, I'll probably use the 850s, 860s, 870s for my short. I'll cover it if it keeps grinding back. I don't think I'll be in it that long to let it get back to 9. So that's the plan, the game plan for me. Last week, do you want to go over some tickers that you got that you're watching right now before I?
Yeah, I put them in the chat.
Oh, okay. So let's look at these tickers. That are these top percent gainers from today?
Today, and they're all low float. They all had news, so I'm taking a chance. Like, I'm in, I'm already, and I got my stop losses set.
So SINT, where are you at? What price level are you in at?
76 cents.
So we bought on this little dip, and then you're looking to sell the rip. Let's look at the daily chart. We'll look left on the daily, see where the resistance is, support and resistance. Horrific long-term chart. They have news?
Yeah, they had earnings. Coming.
They have earnings coming, or?
Well, it's on my thing on Thinkorswim says earnings on March 10th, but looks like they put out preliminary earnings that they had a loss, but revenue is up. So, I don't know. I didn't really look into it. It just was a previous runner. It's got less than like 2 million float. So
nice trade, Jamie. Me and looks like Jamie just put in chat that he swung INO yesterday in at 702, out at 903. Yeah,
nice.
Nice trade. Me and Henry also caught a piece of that. We just went over that a little bit. If you're just now joining us, yeah, I sold up at 9 myself. I was long from 740. So good trade, bro. Welcome back. So the other one, so that's SINT.
That might not do nothing, but ATOP's a previous runner, and they had news come out of something with opioid addiction products and something about maybe a merger talk. So this one, it's got good potential, I think. It's got less than 3 million float. It's a previous runner.
Yeah, this one has a lot of squeeze potential, but history of failed spikes, but we're not looking to hold this one overnight.
No.
So he's long from 250. So let's look at the intraday chart. Oh, you're already in the money.
Yeah, I already got my, yeah,
What's your risk going to be on this?
240. I'm only risking 10 cents. I'm keeping it only $100. Only got 1,000 shares, so keeping it tight, keeping it tight. But I actually already raised my stop loss on that to 260, so I'm up. I can't lose on the trade. So, and then the other one that could go is AIM. I bought that when it started gapping up this morning. Basically, I bought it at like 6 o'clock. Right away, I seen it.
AIM. This is a virus stock, isn't it?
Yeah, and they got halted on the 28th. Guy I follow on Twitter talked about it this morning, so I'm like, yeah, he's usually right. So I'm gonna take a chance. So.
Who do you follow on Twitter?
What's this guy's name here?
Nice work, Jamie. He's
Trading.
He's already over doubled his account, man.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Fantastic. Actually, Henry's been trading his sister's. His sister had a Robinhood account. How much did you start with it? When she turned it over to you, 1,100, and how much is it now?
3309 as of this morning.
Nice work, both of y'all. Let's see here. So, AIM, and you're long at what? You're long at $2. Wow, you got it early this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, bought it right away.
So when it started pushing up, right at the market, pre-market, you just bought it, huh?
Yep.
Anyway, so those are Henry's positions.
And then I'm obviously might be getting back in INO. It's showing a rebound. I'm mad I didn't buy it.
INO coming back strong, real strong.
Yeah. Dang, I missed that $8 buy. Son of a gun.
That's where I got long, was $8. But I just sold it. So now all I got is my $9.21 short. So those of you who are just joining, I'm short INO from $9.21. So also those of you who are just joining, I was apologizing for not doing the live stream on Fridays because I want to be consistent on Fridays. So at least you guys know that every single week we're going to at least do it once a week on Fridays. And I missed last week because I did not trade at all. Because I took a almost $17,000 loss on Thursday. And I'm going to go over what I did wrong here in a little while after the market opens and after everything settles down and after shit chills out. And we're just kind of, after things settle down in the market, we'll go over what I did wrong and how I can prevent from that happening in the future, because it was totally 100% preventable. I did not have to risk disaster, and that trade did not have to get away from me like it did. But I'll show you what I did wrong. And I've made this mistake several times. It's been an Achilles heel. I lost in the month of February. I think I lost about 20,000, because before that trade I was down a couple of thousand. And you know, all through 2019 I was on a tear. Market's open.
Jeez, that lost track of that.
Yeah, I know, huh? And I know, getting shut the fuck down right now, quick.
Fine, I'm looking for a dip buy.
Red to green on it is 750, so I'm with you on the dip buy near 750, or maybe even 8. We'll see.
Okay, I don't know if
We'll see. See where it goes. Somewhere close to 750 though. That's where I'm looking for a dip buy. I may take half position right here near 8. Well, Try to get. Okay, I got an order in at $8.10 on INO. See if I get executed. Come on, bitch. Maybe I'll take it at 8.16. There we go. I got executed. I'm going to add closer. If it comes down anywhere close to 750, I'm looking to add to my position. And my risk will be 750. Red to green is 745. So really, 745 would be my risk. Did you buy, Henry?
Not yet.
So I got in at $8.10. I'm boxed in. I'm also short from $9.21. Just so you guys know. Really, I'm just going to put the stop loss in at 8. And then I'll just rebuy down closer to 750. So I got my stop loss in at $7.99. And then I'm going to put a buy in at $7 and all right, so it took up my long, but it looks like it's wanting to hold 8, huh? Is it gonna hold 8? Damn, it's holding 8. It took me out. Fucking choppy ass Nasdaqs. All right, I'm back in at $8.15. That's why you gotta set your risk a little bit wider. Like if the whole dollar number is at 8, you gotta put it like fucking 790 because Nasdaqs are choppy as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm risking. 790.
I really want to get an ad down here at like 765. But it may not get down there.
Yeah, that's why I got in at 805 because I'm like, it didn't really fail as much as I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, it like barely dipped below that whole dollar number and then just. There we go. We might get a little dip here. So it's testing 8 now. Testing 8. Man, it's really that 8 looks like key support.
Definitely looking good.
I want to add to my position here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get an ad down near up above 750. All right, I'm adding right now. I added at $8.22. And I'm going to risk 790 on it. There she's coming back. See Archon hitting high day scanner. Float of 2.5 million.
Dang, that one took off. One I forgot to mention. Dang it. Oh,
Which one?
too many tickets. CTRM.
CTR.
I almost bought it at 125 this morning.
Oh, wow. How come that one's not hitting my high day scanner?
Yeah, it was on mine, but there's no news, but it had less than 3 million float. I almost bought it at 125. Son of a gun. Dang it.
Everybody's talking about TOMZ in chat. Look at that. Here it comes. Here it comes, guys. Right there. Look at that. Getting some volume. Getting a nice volume push on INO. It's squeezing. Uh, Testing 850. Thinking about selling half right here. I'm gonna sell half right here at 850. What the hell? All right, I got an execution. I sold half at 866. Now we're coming in this $9 resistance.
I raised my stop up to 855.
What was that? I probably should have covered my short down at 8. It's gonna have a lot of resistance right up here at 9. Kind of makes me want to add to my short here at 9. We'll add to it at 890.
Raised my stop to 879.
Come on. Oh, there it comes. Did I get it? All right, yeah. I got some. I shorted some more at 892. I'm going to put the risk on the long. I'm going to put the risk on the short. My average now is 906.
Wow, it had a ton of resistance at 9. It's blown right through it.
So I'm going to put my high a day is going to be my risk for my short. It did blow right through it, didn't it? Look at it go.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, stop them. I'm going to 941 is going to be my cover for this. For my short. Oh, there comes some failure. I feel so conflicted because I'm long and short. I don't know if I want it to go up or down. No, I'm just kidding. I'd rather it keep going up because the higher it goes, the better short it makes later.
Just took me out $1,620. Cool.
Now I'm going to sell too, Henry. I'm with you on that.
I got 4 other stocks I'm watching, so I'm going to let that one through.
All right, I just sold at 891 on this little pullback.
That's going to be an all-day up and down. Look at my A-pop, baby. Hit 318. Boom. Anybody else buying the A-pop with me or me?
Did you sell it?
I just sold half.
You were long from 250.
Yeah. Just sold half, but I'm going to keep the other half. I missed the high because I was involved in INO right there, so...
So far, I think I'm going to put my stop loss in an INO at $8.41.
I got in that CRM at 202. Thing is squeezing. I don't know why it's squeezing, there's no movement.
Okay, which one are you talking about is squeezing? CTRM. Yes, it is squeezing.
At 202.
CTRM.
I bought at 202.
Damn, you bought.
I sold half at 225 though, so. Because it didn't say it was halted, but it didn't move for like 2 minutes, so I didn't know what was going on.
So it's got a really bad long-term chart. It's got a float of 2.5 million. And it is... Damn, that was a nice trade on this INO, man. Got that at $8 and then sold up near 9.
Oh, look at my A-pops popping again. I gotta focus on that. Alright, I got a stop loss set in CTRM, so I can't look at that. I gotta watch A-pop. A-pops are moving.
A-pop. It's got a history of one day of failed spikers. So for me, on this one, I'm not going to go long on it, but if you look at the daily chart on it, it's failed multiple times in the $4 level. Had one day where it went up all the way up to 7.
Yeah, I'm going to sell half it.
The volume was about 14 million. So for me, I'm going to watch this one for a short because it's got a history of one day of failed spikes on it. So I am definitely going to watch this one for a short.
Yeah, I'm going to sell all of it at $350. About $1,000 profit if it hits it. We'll call it a day. I don't care if it keeps going. I just want $350.
This is A-pop, right?
Yep.
A-pop has a float of 1 million. There's probably not even any shares to short on it.
Come on, 15 cents, give me.
So A-pop there. It's above VWAP. I'm not buying it.
No, I'm selling it, all of it at $350.
I put in a short order at $4. See if it can get there. I put it in now because, I mean, by the time it gets to 4, there may not be no shares to short on it. And we are getting some more failure out of INO. That's trying to hold up in the 870s. Okay, INO pulling back. I think I'm going to cover some on this pullback.
Alright, CTRM just took me out. And my stop loss set on that one at 190. Lost 120 bucks in that one. Well, actually, no, I didn't because I sold half. So.
Okay, covered some INO at 842. Going to cover some more into this flush.
Come on, A-pop, squeeze.
Covered some more at 837.
Come on.
A-pop is moving.
Come on. Just need 20 cents. Oh, 16 cents. Come on. 12 cents. That's all I want. 12 cents.
There it goes, Henry. A-pop's moving, man.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even think I want my short at $4.
I'm all out, though. I bought it $250, sold them all at $350.
Maybe I do. If I look at the daily chart on it, I mean,
I had to.
Yeah.
It's a fixed spiker, so I knew it was going to probably pop $1, so I'm happy with something at $350.
Fuck yeah, you are. $1 a share on this piece of shit stock?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to be happy with that.
It was a low float. They had news. I'm like, that's why I bought it so early. I'm like,
It might hit 4.
I know it probably will because I sold, but
It's not because you sold, Henry. It's not like, oh, Henry sold, I'm gonna go to 4 now.
sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes it feels like that. You're like, dang it.
I'm trying to figure out if I should take the short here in the 360s or not.
I mean, I'm seeing sells at like in the 5 range, so it could go past. What did the previous? Didn't it go to like $8? The last failed spike. Yeah, it went to over $8 back in January 7th. So I'm gonna get too early on this one, Brian.
I know, huh? I'm always early on it.
If you get that $4 fill, I would keep it tight. Don't give your profit back from INO.
My trouble with my shorts aren't necessarily on my intraday trading. It's on my overnight trading, which we're gonna get into that. I just took a short on it at 371. I took 1,000 shares at 371, and I'm going to cover some into this little pullback right here.
Yeah, because it's probably going to get bought up. I mean, it's going to hit $4, so.
So, yep, the trend is still intact on it. Here, let me pull. So I covered some at 344. Should probably cover some more. 341. I'm going to cover some more. I can always add back. I think it'll still go to 4. Or get close to it. Better put my order in before all the shares run out. INO finding a little bit of support. INO. So INO, a lot of resistance at 9, but it's got this nice trend moving up. We'll see what happens with it. Or it could put in a higher low and then start to break this trend and start to fail. Come down, who knows. Or
I bought back in at 354, but I'm only risking 349.
So Henry's back in APOP at 354.
But I'm only risking 5 cents, so $50. So
the trend is still intact. See, it's got that trend right there.
Yeah, right.
So it could still squeeze up. I think it'll go to 4. I think it'll squeeze to 4.
Yeah, I'm like $50 to maybe make another quick $500. I'm okay with that. Squeeze. It's getting rejected at a lot of resistance at 375, 380.
Yeah, so guys, if you guys are trading this is not one that you want to hold on to. You want to take your profits fast on this one, because if you look left on the daily chart, it's got a history of failed spikes. It's got a history of failed one-day spikers, and a lot. Even though it did go to 7 back in January, it failed at 4, 1, 2, 3 times previous to that. In 2019. So be aware of that. So if you're trading this, you don't want to fucking hold and hope too long with it.
All right, took me out. I'm done with it. Unless it just keeps going. But I'll focus on my other ones right now. My aim is looking good. It's at 238.
And you're in at what, $2, right?
$2, yeah. I got my stop loss set at 225, so I can't lose on the trade.
Also, one that I'm watching right now is APT. I made some good money off this one yesterday. I bought it. I bought it down here in the 13, 15. I can't remember exactly. Sold it. Sold some at like 15 and 16.
CODX is moving. So is APT. And both are squeezing.
CODX. So the red to green on APT is $19. I was thinking that if you look at the daily chart on APT, I was thinking that APT was going to bounce for a couple of days and get up to like maybe 25 or 30, or at least 25. I thought it was going to have 2 days in it. So, I mean, it's $19 is the red to green. Well, actually, to be exact, 1921 is the red to green. So, on APT, if it goes green on the day, you know, it could squeeze higher. I probably won't trade it, though, because right now I'm up 1,700 on the day, so I'm really not looking to trade too many more stocks and give it back. More failure out of APOP. APOP, I think I'm going to cover some more down here in the low 3s.
That's why I put my wrist so tight. Wasn't giving it all back, but I lost $50 on it. So I made $950 on it. I'll take that one. What are these other ones doing that I'm in?
All right, covered some more APOP at 324. And look at that. APT going green on the day. I think I'm going to alert that in the chat.
CODX is setting up a nice bull flag too to make the wings higher. I think I might get into CODX.
So I'm not going to buy. There's a lot of people buying APT right now because it's going red to green. But I'm not going to buy it just because. I mean, it's got. It didn't hold up yesterday. Like yesterday, if you look at the chart, it squeezed yesterday real nice, you know. And I was holding my shares, and I think my last sell was when it broke down here towards the end of day, when it broke that support at 1850. I had a stop loss in, and it didn't hold up. And since it didn't hold up, and then it went. And then it gapped down today. I was glad that I was out. I probably should have bought this, I don't know, down here, but maybe not. So it's over 19. It's just almost hit 20. Yeah, I'm not going to buy it. It's already up. If I was going to buy it, I'd want it off this key support level. I'd want it off near 17 somewhere. So I could risk the pre-market lows of 1640. So I'd want it somewhere near that. Somewhere between 16
coming back. Damn it.
Somewhere between 1650 and 17 is where I'd want to get it. Come on, squeeze, A-Pop. Go a little higher. Hit 4. I think I'm going to add to my short again right here. All right, I shorted some more A-Pop at 360. So now my average 365.
AIM just took me out.
So Henry's out of AIM, hit his stop loss. INO's coming back. I better put the INO's holding up. So INO's holding up. Man, it's got a ton of resistance at that $9 though. I gotta remember to put my stop loss in so I don't get squeezed out of it. $9.40. I already covered most of it. So if it breaks past 940, I don't care. I might lose a little on it, but not much. Cover.
I learned everything.
In fact, I kind of want to short more right here on INO at this $7, at this $9 resistance zone. In fact,
I put everything in the chat room that I was in. I'm out now, but I got back in about 4 or 5 minutes ago.
On what?
BTRM at $2.02 because it was setting up a nice bull flag.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any more shares to short on INO, which that bodes well for the longs. So we'll cancel that order. APT moving back, pulling back to red to green right here at 19. Let's see if it holds 19.
Yeah, bitch, go.
What are you going, bitch, about? Which one?
CTRM. I'm back in at 202.
CTRM. Henry's back in at 202. Oh, wow. You bought
my
that?
stop loss in at 225.
Damn, dude.
It was setting up a bull flag, so I got back into it when it got me out earlier.
Yeah, Tim Sykes is talking about CTRM in the chat right now. Damn, CTRM looking real good. CTRM. Wow. And APT rejected by red to green. I'm halfway tempted to short a little bounce. Put in a higher low from yesterday. Couldn't even get near yesterday's high. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, CTRM's looking strong, man. You're in at $2. That was a perfect buy, too.
202.
Right off VWAP, it's consolidating. Puts in that little bull flag right here. Over $2. Yeah, that's a beautiful buy, man.
That first big red candle took me out, and then it started holding for a few minutes. I'm like, I'm going to try it again.
Yeah, dude, and it's already been halted once. Fuck, I want to buy it, but I can't buy it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not giving back my profits. I'll just watch. If I was going to buy it, it'd have to be off that key support, $2 right here on this bull flag. Otherwise, I'm not chasing it up here at 250. Let me look at the daily one more time. Daily chart on it says horrific. It's got a history of failed one-day spikers, so don't overstay your welcome, boys. If you're in this from $2, for me, I'd at least be taking half off right here at 250. I'd be taking minimum half off at 250 right here, because this has a history of one day failed spikers. So this spike could be very, very short-lived. I'd take half off here at 250, and probably the furthest, longest you'd have me see me holding this would be close to 3. Have you taken any off, or would you move your stop loss up to?
230.
230. So Henry just moved his stop loss up to 230.
Get 30 cents a share, 232.
Oh, also, Henry has been officially unemployed for a week now. Everybody congratulate him.
Woo!
Henry is no longer employed by Geico anymore. He told them to eat a dick.
No, I didn't do that, but
No, he didn't. He left on good terms.
now my life is only I day trade and I'm starting to play poker.
Me and him went and played a poker tournament at our local casino last night. I got knocked out of the tournament by this fucking 90-year-old senile son of a bitch. I had pocket aces, and I had pocket aces, and he had king jack, and the flop came 9-3-8, and he checked, and I shoved, and he called with his king jack, with his king high, no flush draw, no straight draw, and he goes runner for a fucking straight.
And I got knocked out on top 2 pair on the flop, king 8 with an ace showing, and he called me all in, and he went runner for trip aces.
So anyways, those are our bad beat stories.
But I won it last Tuesday, so that was all right.
Henry did win it last Tuesday. Dude, I was the chip leader. I was second in chips. There was one other. The old man was the only person in the whole tournament who had more chips than me. I had 70,000 in chips, and he had like 85,000. That old fucker. And we were almost to the money too. All right, so you didn't get taken out on your stop loss yet, did you? On CTRM, not yet.
No, it just took me out. So I made a quick $300 on it. I had that 232. It hit it. So, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it because I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, my ad on my APOP short is looking pretty fucking healthy right now. I added up on this little bounce at 360, and so now it is consolidating over VWAP. I should just take it all off right now, huh? Because it could consolidate over VWAP and then push higher. Then I don't have to think about it.
It's funny how I texted you this morning. I'm like, there's not really much movement today.
Yeah, Henry texted me. I asked Henry. I was like, Henry, you want to do a live stream today? And he's like, there's not much moving today. I'm like, you're fucking spoiled, bro.
And that all changed when the market opened. Just like that.
Of course it did, man. The degenerates don't go away just because there's not a lot of pre-market action. Wow. APT rejected by red to green. Popped over red to green. Got rejected by 20. APT, I wish I would have shorted. Probably should have shorted. Because yesterday, couldn't even get to yesterday's high. Got rejected by red to green. Maybe if it has another little pop near 19, I might short there and then risk $20. I just thought that if you look at the daily, usually when they sell off this hard, they bounce for a couple of days. You know? That's why I didn't want to short it today. Because usually they bounce a couple of days. I was hoping for a bounce up to like 25 or 30 to short into. But it's not getting there. Oh, did your CTRM, did your stop loss get hit yet? It's at 222 now.
Are you talking to me or somebody in the chat?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm out. I got out 4 minutes ago.
Oh, you got out 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. I had it at 232. It took me out. I made $300 on it. Quick little scalp. But it could bounce off a VWAP here and go. I went back and I'm looking at INO setting up a little bull flag above VWAP. So there's a lot of people that I follow on Twitter and that think it can go to $12 or higher today.
So Henry's very, very optimistic and long bias, and so this is a great example of like how people can see things in two different ways. So right now Henry says that, you know, the trend is still intact. It's holding above VWAP. It's showing strength. It spiked. It bounced off VWAP, and I can totally see his premise for why he thinks that this thing can hold up and go higher. Whereas, yep. Whereas me, I see rejection here from yesterday's pre-markets at 9, rejection 9, rejection, all in this 9. So I see nothing but resistance. Resistance from yesterday, this morning. So I see nothing but resistance. But a lot of times when stocks, when they bump up against resistance like that and they just keep tapping it and tapping it and tapping it, and they could, you know, they tap it, pull back, tap it, pull back, and they continue to put in higher lows and consolidate and go sideways. When they do finally get over that resistance, they really squeeze hard. So I already have my stop loss in on my INO short at 943. I only have 300 shares left anyways. I covered most of it into this pullback right here. And I already sold my long. Sold my long at 866 and at 9 or 893. So can't lose on that one. All right, so right now things are settling down a little bit. I think I'm going to talk about my loss from last week. We're going to have a little loser therapy. And the only reason I'm going to talk about it is, A, it's just going to reinforce why I'm never going to do this again. And INO is going to be a perfect example of why I would have done it and why it would have worked. But it was on CODX that I got my ass kicked last week. Okay, APOP is failing. I'm going to cover some more APOP here. Actually, I'm just going to cover it all. At 3:0. Okay, I covered all my APOP at 3:09. All right, I'm all out of APOP. Up over 2K on the day. So this feels fucking amazing. The only thing my only position left right now is INO, and I already got the stop loss in on that, so we're done. Anyway, so back to last week, where I made the mistake at. So this has kind of been an Achilles heel for me. It's been I've made money on it lots of times. You know, I've made money on it tons of times, but you always have that one time where it doesn't work, and if you're not able to get out of the trade fast enough, then it can really, really go to shit. So what I did was last week on CODX, let me pull up. Let's see here. 5 day, 5 minute. All right, so last week, pulling up last week on the chart. So my dumbass, if you see I think it was last Wednesday. Remember, it had the day one of the squeeze. It went all the way from like 463 all the way up to 11, and then it pulled back. It sold off like in 15 minutes. It sold off all the way down to $7, and then it started bouncing. It started bouncing all the way up to 10. Now, when it bounced to 10 in the after hours, I shorted right here at 10. I shorted into that bounce, thinking that, you know, we were gonna wake up to a gap down because it was up over 100% on the day, right? But coronavirus stocks are fucking hot as shit last week. Last week was the hottest week of the whole sector, and I woke up the next morning and it was gapping up to $15. And it was gapping up. So yesterday, when it was gapping up, I was like, oh, fuck. And I shorted a shit ton. So I took a huge position. Mistake number one, if you're holding overnight, you should reduce your position size because crazy shit happens overnight and you don't have any control over it because you can't get out. So that was mistake number one, was my position size was too big. So then the pre-market action, I'm watching it, and I'm watching it pull back and come down. And I should have got out here in the 10s, but I was stubborn with it because I was thinking, all right, the high has been put in. The pre-market highs have been put in like 14 or 13, 14, something like that, close to 14. And I thought that at the mark, I'll just wait till the market open, and I was thinking we were going to get a flush. No, in the pre-market, this thing just fucking explodes and just keeps going and going and going all the way up to 18. And I'm just watching my P&L just fucking go nuts. And so into that squeeze, you know, I wait for the market open, and then it dips down to like 15, and then or just around 15, and I covered some into that dip down. I covered half just to reduce it, but then it started to bounce. And then when it was getting all choppy right here, kind of going sideways, I just got super scared. I got emotional because I was so worried about it, and I covered the rest right up here near the highs of the day. The only thing I did do right is that on the pullback down here towards 11, I actually did buy it, but I didn't take a very big position size, and I was selling at around 15. And I should have held it overnight. Because if I would have held it overnight, I could have been selling up at 26 the next morning. But I didn't. And that was just the topper. That was the topper on, you know, I'd already had the month, ever since I had a new baby at the end of January. And ever since I had the new baby, it's like February was already down a couple thousand on the month. And that right there just fucking put the nail in the coffin for the shittiest month I've had in a year and a half. So now, so many times in the past, if you look at INO, I've had a habit of wanting to short into this strength. Like INO, a small piece of me wanted to short up here at 9 yesterday. So if you look at yesterday, I was thinking, wow, I could short this at 9. It's probably going to have a pullback in the pre-market, and I could be covering some, and it did. So I would have been right. But you know what? Whenever you're holding overnight, you don't have the luxury of being able to respect your risk. And really, that's the key to being a good trader, is having the discipline to respect your risk. And that is the key, in my opinion, to being a good trader, is managing your risk. If you're able to manage your fucking risk and not get too emotional with trades and just stay in them and keep giving them more time and more time and more time when you're not right, then you're gonna let your and then having the ability to let your winners run, which actually something I've been trading longer than Henry, and in the beginning when he first started trading, I there was a lot of things that I could say I helped him on, but one thing that he's really helped me on is watching he's amazing at letting his winners run, and he's actually inspired me a lot to let a lot of stocks run that I wouldn't normally let run. So if you look at this trade INO, if I would have shorted up here at 9, I could have been covering down here at 8 in the pre-market into that dump, and I would have made $1 a share, and that would have worked. Okay, same. It's very, very a similar setup, you know. But yesterday I was like, fuck no. I am never, as a rule, from here on out, I'm never shorting into strength, into the after hours, into a big runner at the end of the day. I'm never doing it again. I'm not fucking doing it again. Because back whenever I had my biggest loss of my life back in 2018, it was the exact same fucking thing. You know, except I got a margin call. My broker called me and fucking made me take the loss because I was too much underwater, and it was devastating to my account. Thankfully now I've grown. I had an amazing 2019, and I was able to grow my account enough to where, you know, I could take a $16,000, $17,000 hit, and it's not fucking completely devastating to my account. I'm still over PDT. I'm still okay. I'm still good. It's just basically I undid all the work that I did for like the last 2 months. I undid it in fucking one trade. You know, so I made like 12,000 in December, and then I made 8,000 in January. So I basically just undid all that fucking work for the last 2 months. Which is bearable, but it fucking sucks. But to prevent myself from ever putting myself in that spot again, I'm just never fucking shorting into strength into the after hours again. And I didn't do it, and look what happened today with INO. Today, I was able to, I was long overnight from 7:40, but this morning I was able to take my profits at 9, and then whenever it started to roll over, and I could see that this $9 range was a huge resistance area, I was actually able to short safely this morning at $9.21. And I was covering into this flush, and then I was buying down here at 8. I was buying down here at 8, and then selling into this rip right up here to 9. And then I still got a little bit of my short left here in the 9. I got a stop loss in at 9.43, so I cannot lose. So for those of you out there, if you don't want to risk disaster, don't short into strength and then hold overnight, because it can gap up. For some reason, I don't know why, but me and Henry have noticed, I don't know fucking why, but at like 3 a.m., the stocks will gap up. You won't even be able to trade the stocks, and the stock will be moving like 3 hours before pre-market open. I don't know who gets to trade that. I think it's like the insiders or whatnot. But for me, I'm in Central Standard Time, so the market for pre-market action opens up at 6 a.m. And sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and go take a piss, and I'll notice at like 4 a.m. the stock's fucking moving. And that's what was the case with CODX. It was up at like 16. So I'm fucking up in the middle of the fucking night stressing about this fucking stock. And I'm just not ever doing that shit to myself again. You know? It's an embarrassing story to tell because I've already fucked myself in the past on this. I'm just not going to fucking do it anymore. Because there's too much opportunity when the market opens and pre-market that I don't need to fucking put that monkey on my back. Yeah, I was pretty ashamed of myself. Like, I went, I had Thursday and Friday. I didn't trade Friday. That's why we didn't have a live stream. I was pretty embarrassed. I didn't want to tell Henry about it because he's very long biased and he's always like, watch yourself on your shorts. Watch yourself. You know what I mean? I'm always like, yeah. Shut the fuck up. But, so I really didn't want to tell him because it's fucking, I mean, I've been trading since, since the spring of 2016, and it's like, I should know better, and it's kind of humiliating to know that I've put myself in that spot before, and it's cost me big in the past, and that I still continue to put myself in that position. But I really believe that was the last time. Because yesterday, whenever INO was squeezing up to 9, the thought went through my head like just one time, and I was like immediately. It's like I had two personalities. The short personality, like the emotional, impulsive, irrational, fucking side of me was like, yeah, you could just short here at 9. It's most likely it's gonna gap down and roll over and go down to 8 tomorrow morning. But then the rational side was like, motherfucker, do you really want to risk disaster again? You know there's going to be more opportunity tomorrow. You know that there's going to be opportunity tomorrow. And it most likely is going to be better opportunity. So sleep well tonight, bitch. And don't short this shit right now because it's not time to do it.
So as you're talking, I'm back in CTRM. It's doing my favorite setup. It closed below VWAP. Now it's consolidating. So I'm back in at 192.
What's your risk?
179. Actually, see that low candle, 181? It's actually 180. I'm going to do 180. My favorite setup. It spikes up, pulls back below VWAP, and starts to consolidate to set up for another squeeze up.
You got risk 180. Buy it at 192. Risk 10 cents. Meanwhile, INO is just fucking shit in the bed right now. Testing 850. So I'm up right now. If I hadn't made any money today, I probably would buy this with you, Henry, at 190 and then sell anywhere. I'd probably be selling half at probably $2.10 and then be selling the rest here near 250. Because I never believe the stocks are going to keep going up and keep breaking out. So I don't even think this thing's going to get over 260. But I've already made... I'm up $2,158.04 on the day. And my INO short is working out amazing for me. So I'm just not going to... I'm done trading for the day.
Yeah, that's the only one I got going right now. I'm going to just test it once and see if it gets rejected by VWAP or if it squeeze through it. I've seen this set up way too many times not to take advantage of it.
So yeah, Henry is it's full-time trading now. So now that Henry is not working at Geico anymore, we actually will probably start sprinkling in some live streams. We'll probably start sprinkling in some live streams in the afternoons during Power Hour. Because I don't know if you guys haven't noticed, there are a lot of nice moves into the afternoon.
Let's start using it 10 to 2.
Yep. So we'll probably start doing some live streams here and there in the afternoon. The afternoons would be way easier for me anyways because I don't have to fucking rush and get my kid out of here. Because on the days that I don't do the live streams, I let my kid fucking hang out here till like 9:30 before I take her to daycare. But I can't do... It's hard to do a live stream with her because she's very distracting. And she's always making noise and fucking screaming and yelling and bossing me around. INO just shit in the fucking bed right now. Damn! Fucking smashed INO. Killed it on the long and the short. Get fucked. I think I might cover my INO right here. It's squeezing. It's going down to INO. It's going all the way down to the 820s right now. I think I'm going to cover right here. I'm going to cover down here in the low 8s. I will cover right. Actually, I'll just put in a stop loss at 827. Cover. I'm going to do what Henry does with my short. As this goes down, I'm just going to move my stop loss down. So I got my stop loss. So now I'm going to move it down to 817. It's going to bounce probably here at 8. Oh, took me out. So I got out at 817. It's probably going to bounce right here off of 8.
Yeah, it's got pretty good support at 8.
I bet it bounces here at 8. I mean, it might still continue to go down, but I think it bounces here at 8. And if it's, hypothetically speaking, if it does continue to go down, I bet it bounces here at 8. And then it'll put it in a high, I would say around like 850, 860. And then it rolls back over and then continues down and then bounces off of the 750s. That's what I think. If it continues to go down. Or it finds support or it bounces off 8, puts in a higher low, puts in another higher low, and then grinds back and then maybe pushes past 9 and squeezes out tomorrow or later today. They did put out coronavirus news yesterday, which I feel like they're a little late to the party because the big coronavirus party was last week, and these motherfuckers. Oh, we better fucking put some coronavirus news out. So,
but they did something about human trials of coronavirus vaccine will start in April, so they're going to start doing trials on humans in April.
That would suck to be the first human to do that. You got to find a desperate motherfucker. Well, I mean, if you have the coronavirus, I mean, I don't even know what does the coronavirus do to you? Should I look it up real quick?
It's like the common cold, but it attacks your immune system. There's no...
Does it kill you?
Yeah, it kills you. Well, all these people are dying.
That's fucking sad. Oh, I should have shorted APT. It's giving it up. APT down to 17, man. That sucks. I really wanted this thing to bounce more.
OCUL hitting high a day scanner. 52-week high, multi-month breakout.
You know what I'm thinking about the coronavirus? I'm thinking that it was like that it's like a biological warfare type thing, that it was created to.
It was from the Chinese. Remember I told you? Did you ever look at Mark Crook's Twitter that he posted? The book that
No.
The Chinese developed this in like 1981.
Oh, no shit. So they developed it, and then now it broke out on them. It got out, and so now they're all fucking cashing off. They're all dying. Well, there's not that many of them yet, though. There's only a handful of people that's got it.
What are you talking about? There's almost like 3,000 deaths or something.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn. Damn. That sucks. Hey, look at that. Your CTRM, bro. There it goes. It's popping off that consolidation.
I told you, that's my favorite setup. Pick out of all my setups, I like that one the best.
Hey, did anybody else take the trade with Henry here at like in the 190s? See if it can get over this little hump. See if it can get over 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want to see what it does to VWAP, if it gets rejected or if it's going to push through and squeeze up again. Now I got a way better position. I'm 190. If I get 240, it's 50 cents a share. I'm happy. 230, 225, anything.
I'm risking 180. So you're risking 10 cents to potentially make, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 cents.
Yeah. So I just sent you a text message with Mark Crook's Twitter thing that he shared.
A lot of people were talking about TOMZ. Look at that one real quick. Oh, it's selling off. I'm not interested. Anybody have any good trades this morning? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comment section if anybody had any good trades on INO or anything. Any of the tickers that we've talked about this morning. Curious to see what everybody traded. I saw that Jamie had a good trade. He held overnight. And he's pumping his account up. Yeah, so it was kind of the CTRM was kind of popping off consolidation a little bit, but
It's just slowly grinding. Patience, my dear Watson.
Patience, bitch.
Did you look at my text I sent you?
No.
Look at it quick.
All right.
That's Mark Crook posted that earlier this week.
All right. Let's see here. Coronavirus predicted in 1981. Surely we should have been prepared. What did you want me to look at? Oh, you want me to read this?
There's just a couple little things.
They call the stuff 1 in 40 because it was developed at their rDNA labs outside the city of Wuhan.
And that's where the virus struck to start.
And it was the 400th viable strain of man-made microorganisms created at the research center. Wuhan 400 is a perfect weapon. Wow, that's fucking scary.
It's actually in a book that he shows. So
In around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs of the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Oh, fuck. Fucking Chinese.
I'm curious to go to the library, look up that book, and see if it's legit. I mean, I don't think Mark Crook would be posting something.
Ooh, I'm getting this book. I'm always looking for a new good book. Hey, and for those of you who are looking for a good book on trading, 2 books I want to recommend. The Daily Trading Coach. That's fucking awesome. That's a great book. In fact, I need to re-go through that thing again. And Market Wizards. Both those books are badass. I highly recommend both those books. And I think I'm gonna get this one by Dean Koontz. I wonder when this came out. I'm gonna look it up, see when it came out. The Eyes of Darkness. That's fucked up. They create a biological weapon and it backfires on their dumbasses.
It doesn't really backfire. I mean, it obviously there's going to be more affected in China because there's a billion people,
But I'm sure they weren't planning on letting it get out and fucking up their own people. I mean, is it fucked up to say that? No, I can't say that. In the Eyes of Darkness. I wonder if it's on Amazon.
Does it say when it was published?
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see here. Post it. Posted on May 12th, 2010. I don't know if that's not it. Give me 1 second. Audible.com. It's a New York Times bestseller. Okay. I'm going to get this. Add to wish list. And let's see here. Release date was January 3rd of 2010. So in this book, it predicts that, in this book, it shows right here, it reads that in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs of the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will be suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely. Wow. And this book was written 10 years ago. And it says that. That's fucking shitty. Oh, CTRM giving it up.
Yeah, I was reading it, took me out.
Here, okay, so now I'm not glad that it took it out. I wish it would have squeezed tire, but it's just, this is another reason, this is a determining, the fact that I was up a lot of money, so that's one reason why I didn't want to take the trade. And B, another one is if you look at the daily,
It's horrible, but I like that setup, and I take a chance every time I see it.
Oh, I agree 100%.
And I put my risk to it. I risked $100, and
so it's got a history of one-day failed spikers. So this one, see, look at it. It spiked and then it's failed. I mean, but you know what though?
Can't win them all.
You can't win them all, but this thing, I mean, you never fucking know. But it's a pretty good indicator, which is also the reason why I shorted APOP. I saw history of failed spikes at 4. I actually shorted at 371 and at 360. But I'm all covered up now in the low 3s.
It's holding up around the $3 range, so it's not.
I hope this piece of shit squeezes.
Yeah.
I hope it bounces off this 3. It could actually. I mean, this is the same thing. I mean, this thing, same setup. Really, it's just below VWAP. You could buy right here at $3 and then risk $3.
Like I always say, I mean, I'm not trying to marry these stocks. I just want to make out with them a little bit.
But see, a thing like right now with this thing having that it had a history of failing at $4. That makes me less inclined to want to buy it because I don't even think that I just don't think it's gonna even squeeze up near the 360s, 370s, 380s, or even go to 4 now.
So as you were talking, another one hit my high day scanner that I actually mentioned to you yesterday, but there wasn't much volume, and it kind of went up all day yesterday, and it hit 52-week high today, just a little bit ago. OCUL.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one hit my high day scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then our little friend Trill's trying to crawl back.
Oh, actually, dude, look at, did OCL have news?
Let me go back to it.
So it's a multi-month breakout.
They had news yesterday.
Yeah. So yesterday put out the news. It breaks out over 6 today. So now it's at 7. So yeah, this is one to keep on watch. I think it probably has, I think the float is a little bit bigger looking at the way it moves.
40 million or something.
37 million was what I have on mine.
Yeah.
But I mean, actually, so this one right here, see how it's pulling back to VWAP? If I was going to buy one, this would be the one I'd want to buy because it's a breakout on the daily. It's a breakout on the daily. It's pulling back to VWAP. It has news. But, I mean, it moves slow. We'll look at it later today. We'll see if it kind of puts in higher lows and is staying above VWAP and holding up, and maybe we can rebuy it later today in the afternoon and for a squeeze towards a break over 7 and a squeeze up to maybe, 8 or 9. Oh, fuck, dude. INO. All the way down to 8 now. I wonder if they put out, see if they put out some news, I think. See what it is. They probably did a financing. INO. See here. No, they're trying to... Nope, they just said that their shares rally after biotech says human trials of coronavirus vaccine will start in April. So now, INO, look at INO. Oops. INO, red to green is 750. Makes me want to buy it on this dip right here. I want to buy it right here and risk 750. Told myself I wasn't going to trade anymore. Fuck. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Don't look at that one. What do you think your buddy Trill's
having? Oh yeah, Trill. Forget about Trill. Ooh, Trill.
It's moving slow, but it's not moving super fast, but...
I really want to buy INO right here. It like...
I have a buy order at 755.
Fuck it, I'm with you. Because I think it's going to bounce.
Yeah, I'm going to risk 745, so if I get a fill...
I might buy it here at 775. All right, I bought it at 779. I'm going to risk red to green. And really, my goals for this trade right here aren't that optimistic. Just to let you know that I'm probably not going to be in this trade that long. In fact, I'm going to put my stop loss in at 769. $769 and sell. And really, if it pops up to 850, if it goes to 850, anywhere near VWAP, I'm selling. So I'm just looking to make like 50 cents a share. Gonna make a few $100 and get the fuck out. Do it, extraordinary trader. Never seen you in here before. Welcome, sir. How did you hear about YouTube channel? How did everybody hear about? Can everybody put in the chat how they heard about the YouTube channel? Just curious. Because I don't really advertise it or anything, you know. Every once in a while, I'll put in the Profitly group or Profitly thing that I'm going to be doing a live stream. But most of the time, I don't. This is a solitary job, so it's kind of fun to trade with some people and throw around some ideas. Did you get long on INO? Henry?
No, I didn't. I was trying to get. I had my buy at 755.
So just to say, so everybody, if you look at INO, so yesterday, look at the high when it squeezed up towards the high of day. You know, squeeze up to the 880. So there's the high here, and then look, it yesterday afternoon when it pulled back, it bounced off of that just perfectly. And then this morning it did it again. And then this morning pre-market, twice this morning pre-market, it bounced off of this level. The red to green is 745, so that's why on this dip, that's why I bought. So it should we should find some support here, and it should and we should get a bounce. I'm hoping to 850.
So mad I got out AIM at 225. It's up. It hit 285 just a couple minutes ago.
You trade the foreign exchange market. Wow.
Forex, yeah, I don't mess with that. That's crazy.
I don't know.
A lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the foreign exchange market. We're here in this here. What we trade, our niche is we just trade small caps. We just look for our pretty much stocks. The sweet spot is stocks between $1 and $10, but we'll trade them like up to 20, you know, and we'll trade some stocks that are like 50, 60 cents, but small cap stocks with the low float that got a lot of squeeze potential. So we're just looking to capture just a meat of the move. We're not getting married to any of the stocks. Sometimes we'll hold overnight or a couple of days, but we're not really looking to hold these motherfuckers for very long because all these companies usually are just garbage. They're all shit. So we're just trading the most of our analysis is
price action.
Price action. It's technically based. Technical analysis. We don't do a whole lot of fundamentals. I mean, we may look at the fundamentals a little bit, like look at warrants, potential dilution in the stock, where you know, because most of these companies they're just wanting to get their stock up. They'll put out press releases. They just want to get their stock up so they can do financings, so they can have more money to operate. I mean, most of these companies are just it's the sewer of the stock market. So that's what we're trading, and you can see we're just trading the volatility. There's a so whenever something hits our scanners and we see a lot of volatility, we traded it. So I don't know how long you've been in here in the live stream this morning, but we've been trading INO all morning long. We caught the squeeze up. Also caught the short right here, and then caught the squeeze at the market open, and then caught the short coming down. Yeah, price action is king, man. Price action is fucking king. That's for sure. All right, so INO is at $8. I think I might sell some right here at 8. Well, I missed it. We'll see if it can get up to 8. I'm long from 777. I probably should have some more patience with this. I mean, because really INO could stay. It's still green on the day, even though this spike just totally sold the fuck off. I mean, red to green is 745, and it's holding above red to green. And as long as it keeps, consolidating and putting in higher lows, I mean, I'm still bullish on this stock. Yeah, so I was I don't know where you learned to trade foreign exchange, but when I started trading, I didn't have much money. I only had a couple $1,000s that I was willing to trade with, and so that's why I picked low price stocks with a lot of volatility, was because I didn't have very much money to trade with, but I've been at it a few years now, and I've been fortunate enough to grow my account. So now I got a little bit more money to trade with. And I don't know how the foreign exchange market is, but with us, it's all about just respecting your risk. And I think it doesn't matter what market you're trading. I would say that's in that book, Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. He interviews all these different badass traders, and almost every one of them says the same thing. It's all about risk management. Like right now, my risk is my stop loss is in at 769, so it looks like I'm about to lose 10 cents if it hits my stop loss here on INO. But I am going to try to buy lower at 750. Right, my stop loss just got hit. 769. Let's see if I can get a little bit lower at 752. The red to green, I'm counting on it bouncing off the red to green and the whole dollar, half dollar number. Doesn't look like it wants to go down anymore, does it? $760s. You got your order in at what, Henry? 755?
755.
All right, I got back in at 758.
Just got filled.
But it might just bust. It might just go red on the day. And if it goes red on the day, it's probably, huh?
I'm only risking 749. I'm not gonna, if it just keeps tanking.
I agree with you 100%.
I'm only risking basically $60. So.
I'm putting the stop loss in at put my stop loss in at 746. See if we can bounce right here. This is the test of the red to green, or the green to red. And the half dollar. We should get a bounce right here.
You did how much? 7 what?
Oh,
it
shit.
just took me out.
It didn't take me out yet. What the hell? Oh, there it goes. All right, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I just gave back a couple $100. I'm not getting in another fucking trade. In fact, we need to end the live stream right there before I fucking degen it up.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, so it's going right on the day. I thought possibly it could bounce, and it probably will fucking bounce. It probably just dip below that and then fucking come right back. But I already made my money for the day. You got to know when to walk away. That's another problem. It's like if you don't cut yourself off and move on. I mean, we're moving into midday right now, and the best times to trade are the first 2 hours a day and the last 2 hours of the day. And if you don't walk the fuck away, here, look, here's the bounce, you fucker. That's why you can't. And that's the thing about these Nasdaqs. You can't. Your risk. You can't get it too tight. God damn it. Alright, I did it. I did it. I couldn't help. It was bouncing off the red to green. I'm pissed that it just barely took off my thing. Barely hit my risk. This better fucking hold. There comes the bounce. The downward trend is still intact, though. Look at the downward trend. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. The downward trend. So if the downward trend continues, it'll get rejected right up here. Or it might pull back, find some support above 750, and then go the other direction. I would think that a lot of buyers would be buying it right here at the red to green. And it really didn't convince, it didn't, you know, it went red on the day for it just tapped it just for a second, and then it came back.
Yeah.
I have a hard time turning down opportunities, so I had to hop back in. 759. I'm going to sell. I got 1,000 shares. I'm going to sell half right up here in the 780s. Oh, tried to get out at 780 and missed it. Come on, 780. Alright, sold half at 781. Alright, so made a little bit back. And then, so now, we are going to end the live stream pretty soon. So now, the low is 735. So I sold half, so I reduced my risk. Now I'm just going to put a stop loss in at 735 or 734, and as long as it holds over, because what I'm hoping is going to happen is that it'll pull back and it'll start grinding and holding over 750, and it'll hold green on the day, and that it'll try to start coming back, and maybe we'll get a later today or tomorrow, maybe we'll get a push towards 9 again. Maybe tomorrow I'll break out over 9, over 950. But yeah, I'm just going to put the stop loss in at 734 and then just forget about it.
take a nap and wake up to $10 a share.
Yeah, that's what Henry did the other day on what ticker was it?
What the hell was it? I don't remember, but
No fucking shit, Jamie. There ain't nothing wrong with quitting while you're ahead. Instead of sticking around staring at the screen, giving it back. I can go on with the rest of my day. I'm gonna go work out now. I'm gonna go in the basement and fucking get my daily burn on. Because God knows sitting in this fucking chair all day long will make you fat. Okay? I gotta make sure my penis still gets hard every day for the wife. So we gotta keep that blood circulating. Right? So we're gonna go limp dick. So we're gonna go limp dick on her.
He wants to have a third child, everybody.
No, I don't. Two is the max, man. Hey, you know what? So I'm 41 years old, and I got a 2-year-old and a newborn baby, and I had a 2-year-old newborn baby, and having kids has made me realize that I don't like kids. Is that fucked up or what? Actually, it's just like anything else. When you start doing something brand new and it's a big project and you're learning, it's always hardest in the beginning. And that's the way I kind of view having a kid, is that like this early stage shit it sucks, but I know it's going to get better. When my kids are like, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm able to like reason with them and talk to them and go to their sporting events and go to their bullshit, and I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Actually, I have a lot of fun with my 2-year-old now. But fuck, dude, she is definitely, you can tell she came out of my fucking balls, because she can be a bitch. Look at that. Almost hitting $8 a share. That's why I got back in. Because, it hit my wrist, but then it just barely tapped off that red to green.
Yeah.
Henry's practicing discipline. He's not getting back in again.
No, I'm not buying until it hits over 810.
So Henry's going to buy whenever the strength is confirmed, correct?
Yeah.
Or, I'm sure, actually, I think you'll offer another spot to buy on a, because it's gonna kind of roll over and kind of pull back, so you could.
That's why I'm looking 810, because if it holds above 8 and keeps pushing up.
Yeah, so you could add, or you could buy, on a pullback and around the 760s, 770s. But you're gonna buy if it gets over 8.
810.
810. Why 810? Because you want it to get over this little pivot point.
I want it to hold above 8 and see if it's going to keep going. There's no method to my madness.
See, I think it's gonna.
I find the strength all the time. You know that.
Look, there we go. 806. Did anybody else buy this on the red to green? On the green to red, bouncing off green to red. Because the green to red, you can't see it on the Thinkorswim software. I don't know why they don't. They need to have the fucking green. That's the only thing I don't like about the Thinkorswim software, is that you don't have a line like on the E-Trade Pro that shows your green to red line. And I just love buying. It's a lot of buyers are going to step in at the red to green or green to red, and it's at the $50 mark of $7.50. It's always a good spot to buy. So then your risk is super tight. CTRM selling off, APOP selling off, Trill pulling back, APT. Me in at 755. Chosen Visa at 755. Nice entry. That's a good entry, bro. I'm in at 759. Already sold half mine though. At 780. Because I'm not planning on watching this all day. See, I think it's going to roll over right here. And then hopefully put in a higher low. In the 7. Look, there it goes. 812. Looks like we're going to squeeze up to VWAP. If we get a squeeze towards VWAP, if we get a squeeze towards 8, I'm going to try to sell some at 840. If it can get there. So I put in a stop loss at 813. And as long as the stock keeps going up, I'm just going to move my stop loss up on it. Oh, never mind. Just took me out at 813. Not all of it. I still have 250 shares left.
All right, I'm in at 809.
So for me, I'm going to wait for it to pull back here and confirm down in the 770s. I want to pull back to buy into again. I'm going to add back to my position. So I'm going to try to add back in somewhere. Because you know it's gonna put in a higher, it's got to pull back a little bit and put in a higher low and then go back up, and they stair step. I mean, hell, 8 may just hold right here, huh? You got in at what was your price tag, Henry? 8 what?
809.
809. See if this bit squeezes for Henry. Holy shit! Over 100,000 people worldwide have the virus? God damn, that's scary as fuck. Yeah, I heard, didn't last week they had their first confirmed death in like California or something? It's like the new HIV, like the new AIDS. But I don't even think, as long as you have money, I don't even think having AIDS is that scary anymore because, I mean, fuck, Magic Johnson's had HIV or AIDS since I was 12 years old. All right, here we're testing 8 now. Yeah, the live stream on YouTube, it's like a 30-second delay. So when I say something, it usually doesn't come through for like, maybe not 30 seconds, probably like a 15-second delay. So we're testing 8 right now. I really, if I'm gonna add, I think I want to add it like 775 or 780 right in here somewhere. If I'm gonna add. Oh, Trill giving it up, man. Fuck. That sucks. I was hoping Trill would hold up. All right. I'm going to put in an ad at 780. It might not even get down to 780, huh? Is it going to roll over down to 780? Okay, so it just went through 9. Maybe I'll take it at 790. It's pulling back. There it goes. Put an order at 791. I got to order it at 791 to add. Come on, bitch. 793, 795. Damn it. Should I just take it at 796?
I don't know, man. I don't know how much. I think it's.
All right, I took it at 796. I added at 796.
I'm putting my stop loss a little bit lower. I'm in at 809, but I'm gonna put my stop loss in at 780, just because I don't want to get kicked out and have to rebuy because I'm gonna go take a nap.
Well, I mean, Henry, the level that matters the most is this red to green. As long as it stays green on the day, I mean, that's really where I think your stop loss should be. But you may not want to risk that much. You know what I mean? I didn't have patience. I took it at 70.96. God damn it. Didn't have patience with my entry. I put in another order to buy some more at 777.
What's the red and green? 750, you said?
750. That's the key level that matters the most. It's a half dollar number, and it's green to red. So as long as it stays green on the day, there's going to be a lot of traders that are just going to stay in this trade. Are going to stay in the stock.
Yeah.
So now on the day, my profit loss, my P&L is now $2,403.15. Sweet. I was 30 minutes behind, had to go do something, came back, and had live stream paused. Oh, wow, that sucks. So now, see, I'm thinking that, right in here in this range, it's, now it's going to find some support, had its little pullback, find some support, and then push towards VWAP, towards 850. Right, Henry?
I agree.
So I could see why 780 would be a risk. You're hoping that this pullback holds. And so far it is. And there we go. So hopefully this piece of shit grinds its way back to 9 later today. I'm gonna put my stop loss in. I'm probably not even gonna risk 735. I'm just gonna put it at 745. And then I'm gonna do my best to not look at it till 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm leaving mine at 780. I'm gonna go take a nap and see what it is when I wake up in a couple hours.
I'm gonna go work out. And like I said, guys, we're gonna start sprinkling in some power hour live streams now that Henry is officially unemployed. Actually, he's not officially unemployed. He's fucking trading full time now.
True.
Which is Henry is living life on Henry's terms.
Heck yeah.
Okay?
For one.
Fuck the naysayers. And fuck people doing what everybody else does. You got one life to live. Do what you want to do.
That's right.
And Henry doesn't like talking to fucking assholes on the phone all day, every day, selling insurance.
12 years was enough. More and more I'm watching this OCUL. I'm liking it long term.
Let me pull it up real quick.
We bought that pullback when we talked about it earlier at the 649, 650 range.
So you bought this pullback?
No, I didn't. I should have because it didn't hit VWAP, and then it's just.
Yeah, and you could buy it. It's at a $50 number at 650. You buy it right there at 650. But I mean, this may chop around and trade in between a range today, guys, between 650 and 7.
Yeah.
And as long as it's putting in, higher lows, that later this afternoon it could break out past 7 and squeeze higher. So.
Yeah.
And it's a breakout. I actually like this setup a lot, actually. If you look at the daily, look at the daily. It's a breakout on the daily. It had good news yesterday. Today is the second day of the run. I mean, buying on that pullback right above VWAP is a beautiful buy. Very low risk trade right there. I mean, hell, if you bought 1,000 shares right there at 650, you could sell half at like close to 7 and make, $250 and then hold the rest for a squeeze. Hold the rest for a squeeze for a breakout over later today. Or re-add on a dip later today. But it might just fucking break out now and squeeze out now. Who fucking knows? Meanwhile, INO is looking like it's going to pull back a little bit more. It's going to hold the 780s. I sold 3/4 of my position on this run up. So, and I added at 796. If it pulls back to the 760s, I'm going to add some more. But I don't know if it's going to. So I'm going to put in an ad at 762. 761. 762. So I got another buy order at 762. I don't even think it's going to get down there, but it may. All right. I think that's it for the day. Right? If this, so we'll cut the live stream short right now, but if INO holds up and it starts to squeeze out and starts grinding past 9, if it starts doing that later today and it's starting to look like it's going to break out and it's looking fucking bullish and badass, maybe we'll hop back on the live stream later today. Other than that, we'll be back Friday.
Sounds good.
How much money did you make today, Henry?
Just over 2,500.
Sweet. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Later, guys.